the company which the private equity firm KKR has put in money. Puneet Dalmia, the MD, joins in on this leg of the show. Puneet, morning. Thanks so much for joining in. 750 crores is the amount pumped in. How much stake is KKR picking up in the company?
KKR will get a stake between 15 and 20%. We are delighted to have this partnership. We believe that this will give us access to one of the best in-class investors in the world, and we will benefit enormously from their experience in building great institutions. And I think this will provide Dalmia Cement the ability to grow both organically as well as inorganically.
Puneet, your stock is right now down about 5.5%. The one thing that the market's really waiting for in terms of clarity is whether there will be an open offer or not, because open offers are usually loved by the market. KKR is picking up over 15%. So what happens now?
This will be in an unlisted entity. KKR is investing in a company which will be a part of the restructured business of Dalmia Cement. So Dalmia Bharat Enterprises, which will be the listed entity, will be holding both our cement and power business. And the cement business will be an unlisted entity in which KKR is investing. So Dalmia Bharat Enterprises Limited will dilute its stake in the cement entity from 100% down to 85% or 80%, as the case may be.
All right, Puneet, request you to stay on. We have to get into a very quick break. We'll resume this conversation, get some more clarity on this mega deal that Dalmia Cements has managed to ink with KKR. Don't go away. With Puneet Dalmia, figuring out the contours of this deal that they've got going with KKR. Puneet, so 750 crores, that's a very handsome valuation for this subsidiary. Can you tell us what kind of assets it has? What capacities are we talking about here?
In our cement business, we have 9 million tons operating in southern part of the country in Dalmia Cement. We also own a substantial stake in OCL India, which has 5 million tons in the eastern region. We are also planning to build greenfield plant worth 10 million tons in a subsidiary called Dalmia Cement Ventures Limited. So the total installed capacity in the group is currently 14 million tons, and we have plans to build an additional 10 million tons. And over the next 3 to 5 years, we will be a 25 million ton cement company.
Are all your funds going to be used for capex, Puneet, or is there any debt on the books of the subsidiary which you would be looking to retire as well with these monies?
Partly we will use the capital for bringing our debt equity ratio down. I think when we looked at the benchmarks, we were higher compared to our competition with respect to our gearing. And 50% of the capital will be used for deleveraging purposes and 50% of the capital will be used for growth.
So can you throw out some numbers just on that front, to your debt equity ratio, how much debt right now, how much you're looking to pare down?
Our current debt equity ratio is in excess of 1.5. With this transaction, we will bring it close to 1:1.
What is the kind of cash that the subsidiary has on its books, Puneet?
Post restructuring, basically this company will have around 700 crores of cash. Including this transaction.
All right, Puneet, requested to stay on. One more break left to take on the show. 1.5% up on the markets, 5092 on the index. We'll be back with more on Dalmia Cements.
6% down on the Dalmia Cement stock, and Puneet Dalmia has still been in conversation with us. Puneet, about the listed entity Dalmia Cements, we've been talking about the subsidiary, but are the promoters looking at diluting any stake in the listed entity?
No, as of now, I think we are very comfortable with what we have. I think we are very focused on, just building the business and doing great execution over the next few years. But our belief is that over the next 2 years, cement might go through a slight down cycle, and there might be acquisition opportunities available. If that happens, I think we might have to raise more capital. But those will be for selective opportunities. And as of now, I think we don't have any plans to raise further capital.
Okay, Puneet, so back to this relationship with KKR that you have forged. Where does it go from here? Have they expressed interest in buying more equity, either in the subsidiary or in the parent company? Could they look at increasing their stake?
The total capital that they will put is up to 750 crores, and their stake will be between 15 and 20%. So all this capital will not be used by us on day one. We are initially going to draw down 500 crores. And at our option, we can draw down additional 250 crores.
All right, Puneet, we'll leave it at that. Good speaking with you. Thanks so much for taking time out and joining us. That's Dalmia Cement. Stock is still down 6%. The metals index is up by 3%. Real estate and banks by about 2%. And we're leaving the Nifty up 75 points at 50.95. The Sensex is up 230 points at 17,000 exactly. Good breath. That's where we leave this edition of The Dealing Room as well. On behalf of Subhi, myself, our producers, directors and cameramen on the floor. Thanks for watching. Top Trades will pick up all the action when we come back on this side of the break. Stay tuned.